Hello everyone, this is Mark speaking to you from Verbier. It's December 2nd, 2009 and I've just spent my first morning on the slopes, hitting a bit of powder off the piste, a few variables. It's fairly chopped up but there's still some fresh stuff about. It isn't as deep as I would like it and I have scraped my ski a little bit. But it's no bother, it's nothing serious, and I'm going to fill it now, so you can watch me if you like. This is what I'm riding this season. This is the Scott Neo 186. It's a nicer colourway than last year's, which was shocking, quite frankly. This is the marker Duke binding, goes up to a 16 din, so I won't be popping out of that in a hurry. So this is the patient. This is TEX, that's what I'm going to use to fill it. And this is the gash. I don't know whether you can see that. Just running down the ski. Now I know what you're going to say. Mark, that doesn't need filling. But I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And I just like things to be just so. So, I mean, a bit of water could get in there and freeze, and it could split. It's unlikely, but I'm going to fix it all the same for my own peace of mind. What you need is fire, which I have placed on top of this frying pan, and TEX. I've already pinned back the binding brake mechanism so it stays out of the way. Let's get started. Okay, so this takes a little bit of getting going, usually longer than a match will last, so it's worth having a candle, and it's also very useful to have, if I can find it, one of these scrapers. Metal ones are good because you can drop TEX onto it, won't burn it or scar it, it will just scrape off. If you use a plastic one, there's a danger that the TEX could sort of melt it in some way. What I'm going to do, once this TEX gets going, is melt it onto this. Now I want to get nice and close. I want to get nice and close to this with the TEX while it's burning, because I don't want the flame to be too yellow. If it's yellow, it means there's carbon being given off, and we don't want carbon in the stuff that drops into this scar, because it won't bind as well to the base. So that's looking like it's pretty good. So let's just bring that over here. So you can see that as I bring this closer to the ski, I hope you can see anyway, the flame goes blue, yellow, blue. So all I'm going to do is, so I don't burn the base, is I'm going to move this along and just drop in this stuff stinks. It's just like burning plastic. You can see you're all fascinated by this. Almost there. it's all done. Obviously, you can see that that's just a little bit lumpy. So that's not ideal. We're going to need to scrape that down. But what it has done is it will have just dropped in and filled that tear in the ski. And when we scrape it off, we'll have a flat base. And I'll just run a bit of wax over it and it'll be good as new. It's worth doing this because, like I say, these things seldomly get better. Seldomly? Yeah, seldomly. Get better and only get worse. Blow that candle out. So, job next. Now this could be a little bit tricky. It's this bit. It's this bit that you really need a vice for. I don't have one here. I just got a breakfast bar. So, whilst filming this, I suspect we will. This camera might get dropped. So what I'll do is I'll just pause, and I'll come back when I've scraped. Hello again. As it happens, the ski's pretty stable. It's pushing up against the wall, so when I scrape along it, it's not moving anyway. So I figured you might as well have a look. This is what I've done so far. You can see that this is flattened out. I've got some more work to do on that, but there's the scrapings. That's what's come off. And this is the unscraped part. So let me just put you back down there. Right, you might find yourself going splat in a second, but we'll try and do it nice and gentle. So I'm just taking my scraper that I used to drop the TEX onto, and I'm just dragging it down the length of the ski. You can see quite a lot comes out. Of course, when you're doing this, it will be taking off any wax that's on this part of the ski, so that will need to be redone, but provided you've got the tools, the kit for it, waxing is not a big deal. To be fair, you should do it every few days anyway if you're skiing regularly. Keeps the skis running smooth. Let's just get rid of all this shit. Pardon my French. Okay, so that's what we've taken off, and that is the base with that's been scraped. So that'll run better. You know, it's like I say, it wasn't a major deal, but nice to get these things sorted out anyway. I'll be back with more at some point in the not too distant. Take it easy.